Hello friends, my name is Anuradha and in this lecture I'll be taking you through steps to set up Pycharm on Windows. We'll be installing Pycharm on Windows and we'll be creating projects with different options. And Pycharm, as we know, is a popular Python IDE from JetBrains and will help you to write Python code with ease. Now, what we will be doing as part of this lecture, first we'll be downloading and installing Pycharm. Then further to that, we'll be creating our first project. We'll be not be talking about virtual environment over there. Then we'll be creating project with virtual environment. Then we'll be installing package in the existing project. And finally, we'll be looking at the option inherit global side packages. So in a nutshell, we'll be looking at different options to create project and the reasons why we need to create project in that manner. So ready to learn? Let's proceed. Let's start with downloading Pycharm and we need to type download Pycharm. We'll be taken to jetbrains.com and there we'll find two versions of Pycharm. One is professional and the other one is community. Of course, we need to download community, which is open source version and is free. Let's wait for the download to complete. Once download is complete, we need to double click the installable and let's proceed. So first thing is destination folder where you want to install, and by default it gives you location of program files, JetBrains, and in case you are also going to install any other IDE from JetBrains, for example IntelliJ, you will be taken to this location. Okay, so in case you want to have location particularly to your comfort, you can change the location over here. Next, there is a window which gives you installation options. Pycharm is able to detect that my machine is 64-bit launcher. So it will give me create desktop shortcut with 64-bit launcher. In case your machine is 32-bit, it will detect it as 32-bit. The other thing is I'll check it. Then further to that, if I want to add my launcher to path variable, yes, I want to do that. Well, then the other rest of the options, okay, I don't want to check them. I don't want to open my every file in Pycharm because I don't want to create that complexity. For example, if I open .py, I simply wanted to open in Notepad++ rather than opening in whole Pycharm. So I won't go ahead and check these options. Okay, so let's proceed and install. Okay, so it gives you option if you want to reboot it or if whether you wanted to reboot it later. So right now I'll not be rebooting my machine. So it seems my Pycharm installation is complete and I'll go to Pycharm Community Edition from my start. And once I open it, it asks me if I want to import previous Pycharm settings which I installed earlier and used, or I want to have my own settings now. So I'll say do not import settings. Okay, of course you can choose any theme as per your wish. So when you proceed, Pycharm comes up with certain featured plugins, so I'll not have a look at them. I'll just start using Pycharm. Okay, so here we are ready to create new project, and now I'll be talking more about how we can create different kinds of project. Okay, and these are primarily based on Python environment. How do we want to make use of Python environment, whether we want to have shared or isolated Python environment? Let's understand more. So first thing, it's directly talks about where you want to have your Python project. I'll create a location and I'll create my first project. Okay, let's look at the second part. This is very, very important in case you do not want to have headaches in future. Okay, so we really need to talk about it more, and I'll not be using default option for now. I'll be talking about it at later point. Let's just select this existing interpreter. So we have installed Python 38 on our machine, right? And what we have to do over here, we have to choose existing interpreter, and that we can do by selecting location of our interpret. Okay, and if I go to system interpreter, it gives me location of Python interpreter which I installed, and I installed it in my lecture for Python installation. If in case this value is not here, we can go ahead and choose it from the location where it is. Okay, so right now I have two versions, Python 38 and Python 37, and it is already there. So I'll not go ahead and choose anything, but if it is not there, I'll select my desired directory and I'll choose python.exe. Okay, so I already have python.exe over here, and then it gets populated in Python 3.8. By creating this project in this setting, what I am trying to say is we are creating project and we are using our base interpreter. We are using Python 3.8, which is installed on our machine. Let's have a look at Python which is installed on our machine for a while. So this is Python which is installed, okay, and we have already explained different folders over here, and we know that we have default standard libraries, and we do have inside side packages locust and locust package and dependencies of locust package. Okay, so we are using this folder directory in our newly created project, and let's create this project. So I don't want tips again. So this is our project, and it says that this is the path which it is using. And let's go to setting and project interpreter. You see all the packages which are there in that Python location are over here because we are directly using this. This is all good and fine until the time you get requirement for new project. Okay, or for example, any of your packages upgrade and you have to create a new project with upgraded package, for example locust.io. Okay, if you have to create a new project and you want to use upgraded version of locust, but you don't want to spoil this current project. Okay, so what you want to have this project with this state, but you want the other project which you are creating with different dependencies. Okay, different versions of packages. But so what to do in that case? I'm sure you're getting the feel that you need isolated environments for each project so that they do not interfere with each other's environment. And that is where we talk about virtual environment. Before I move to virtual environment, let me quickly create one file. Okay, and let me just print hello, and I can run a script from here. Okay, I can run a script from here, or I can press Shift F10 to run this script. Coming back to virtual environment, let's create second project, and let me name this project hello project underscore venv1. Now let's open this most important section again. Now we have to choose this option, new environment using virtual env. What is the location of this virtual env environment? Is the location of this project, and under that there is a subfolder venv will be created, and it will encompass all the dependencies which this project want to have, and it will not interfere with project environment of any other project. Okay, now let's not check these two options for now. We'll talk about them later. Now let's have a look on this. This is still base interpreter Python 3.8, and you can also change it to Python 3.7 if you wish. For now, I'll keep it to Python 3.8, and I'll create my project. And I'll create it in new window. So now there is this project hello project underscore venv1, and the location of its virtual environment, its dependencies is this. This is the place where it will be referring to its dependencies. Now let's go to file settings again, and let's go to project interpreter, and you see there is no file is there related to extra packages which we have installed in our Windows. There is nothing over here. Why? Because this is a separate environment in itself, and in case we want package which we want to have for this project, we have to get it over here. And how do we get that package? Before that, let's also go to setting and see what is the option over here. See, show all. Show all tells me what are interpreters over here. Now we have two interpreters. One is the one which we installed on our Windows, and the one which is its virtual environment. We can add more interpreters over here by clicking plus button and then system interpreter. We are doing some changes and creating new environment. So there's whole lot of options here. How do we bring more packages over here. Let's do that. I'll click on this plus icon, okay, and it will take me to available packages. And if you see to manage repositories, you see these packages are coming from pypi.python.org. If I have to search for my package over here, and if it is available, it will come up. I have to click select or specify. By default it will install the latest version, or I can specify earlier versions as well. Okay, so here I want to choose some older version. No problem, it will install, and the beauty is that it will not interfere with the version of locust which I am having over here. Okay, inside packages. Okay, let's go to command prompt, and here I have this version, locust version. As you see, it is 14.5, and within this project I intend to install 13.5. So it's still installing. Let it complete and we'll see whether our locust version on Windows is affected or not, because here we intend to provide isolated environment to this project and we do not want any interference with our system or to our other projects. Okay, so let the installation complete. Okay, so my package locust IO is installed successfully, and let's go back to interpreter. Project has now many more packages which came with locust package installation. And the other thing which we want to check is if there is a change in version in our locust version which is there in side packages on our system. I'll repeat this command, and it shows me locust 14.5, which is different from 13.5, right? So this is isolated environment for this project itself, and it will not impact any other project or system settings, and it will not be impacted by any other project settings. Okay, so that's cool. And let's create one more script over here, second, and let me quickly print hello and let me run this script. Okay, so it's all good. And I can of course import standard modules over here without any issues because this is part of base interpreter. All cool. Now let's create one more project. Hello project. Let's go venv2 global site. Okay, and let's have a look at this section again. Now last time we did not check inherit global site packages and this option make available to all projects. So I think this one is quite clear. Whatever settings you use over here, whatever environment you use over here will be used by default in future projects, right? This is quite clear. What is this? Inherit global site packages. Let's check this and let's create new project and we'll see the difference. And quickly go to file settings and project interpreter. You see over here there these packages are inherited from system packages, system side packages. So whatever is available here will come over here if I check inherit global packages option, right? And I can go and see this environment. Let's also do one test over here. Let's degrade this locust version. In case you do any changes over here, they will not be reflected in system settings or system side packages because this is now an isolated environment. All it did is it inherited packages which were available at global level to over here, and now you can have your own environment and it is now virtual environment which will not impact system side packages. Friends, I hope I was able to help you through this lecture. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to stay tuned and have more such videos, and don't forget to visit my website QAMilestone.com, which talks about more such YouTube series, wonderful posts and my Udemy courses. Thanks for now.